I think my biggest fear is the same fear that a lot of people have, which is actually, I think normally people think that they're afraid to die, but I actually think people are more afraid to live. I think people are more afraid to make the choices that they want because they're very hard decisions to make in order to be happy, and I think a lot of people are really afraid of that. And it's easy to be in a band because you have a lot of things to hide behind, so that's really not always living. That doesn't always constitute as living life the way you want. But at times you have to make decisions that sometimes hurt others in order to live. So I actually think that was my biggest fear during the process of making this record. I think the last record, my biggest fear was death, and then it became living.
Absolutely, without a doubt, number one is arachnophobia. I hate spiders. Like anything with, I guess, lots of eyes and legs kind of freaks me out. You know, because, like, worms aren't bad, but, like, the worms with the legs thing, like, I'm not into that. I'm not into cramped spaces. Any kind of claustrophobia is not fun for me. I used to be really scared of heights, but now I'm not that scared of heights.
My biggest fear is drowning. I have two fears, two main fears. One of them is flying, which I'm starting to get over because we fly so much. The other big one is I'm deathly afraid of drowning. I can't swim. Haven't been able to swim ever in my life. When I was, I think like 9 or 10 years old, that we were down the shore, and I would always, whenever I went into the water, I would only go so far as up to here because I couldn't swim. So I would just walk out, and when I was walking out a little further into the water, I guess I stepped in like a ditch or something, and I went under and, fought my way to the surface somehow. That happened when I was 9. When I was, I think, probably like 23 or 24, we were on tour, and we were in Florida. I did a dumb thing. It was at nighttime. They always tell you not to go out swimming at nighttime, and for some reason, I'm like, hey, I should go out in the water. It's really hot. Let me cool off. I'm out in the water, and same thing happens. I stepped in a ditch, almost drowned.
I'm afraid of heights, but after I get after I get used to a certain spot, I can do it. I get more afraid if I look up when I'm really high than I do when I'm down. I don't know why, and I'm really afraid of accidentally falling off of stuff. Also afraid of being in the middle of an ocean, water. That kind of scares me a lot too. Which I guess all revolves around dying in a weird way. So that's kind of, I guess, the ultimate fear.
When I was little, I was petrified of sharks, and I wouldn't go in the ocean. And even, like, swimming pools, I was afraid of. I was like, man, there's sharks in it. I mean, when you're a kid, you don't know any better. And then later on, that took a new form when we almost died shooting The Ghost of You. We're in the middle of the ocean with 100 pounds of gear on. We're in the shot where we're rushing off the boat. They had to shoot it in the middle of the ocean for some reason with us on it. When the trapdoor flung down, everybody ran forward. They thought they can get the drawbridge up really quick, and it didn't happen. The boat started to capsize, and it filled with water, and it was up to here. And I was like, well, this is the end. I've had a good life. The band was fun. I have awesome friends. But they saved us because I'm here today.